हेलो फ्रेंड्स, योर एकेडमिक सर्विसेज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड में आपका स्वागत है।
First of all, we will be generating a new part. Suppose this is of a new part. These are the dimensions of the part. According to the dimensions, we have to generate the part. So first of all, we will have to take a new document as a part. Click OK. Now, to generate any kind of part, we will have to take its sketch. Now there are two kind of sketches. Number one is 2D sketch and the second is 3D sketch. 2D sketch is used to draw in a 2D in a plane surface, and 3D sketch is used to draw in a 3D space. Most of the times we do use 2D sketches because from the 2D sketches there are many 3D commands that we can apply on them. So to take a 2D sketch, we need a plane from on which we have to draw the sketch. There are three kind of planes: front plane, top plane, and right plane. In the beginning, I am taking a top plane. To take the sketch in a top plane, put your cursor over here, and then click the right button of your mouse. As soon as you click the right button of your mouse, you will see an icon for the sketch, this one, and when we click the left button of the mouse, the sketch has started in the top plane. So now let's see what are the dimensions of the part. These are the dimensions: 250 this side and 150 this side. So there are many kind of sketch entities that we use to draw in a sketch. So first of them is the line. There are three kind of lines. First one is the solid line, second is the center line, and third is the midpoint line. The solid line is a line that we use most of the times to start a line. This is our origin. I am clicking over here the left click of my mouse, and then I am going to any side. Here one thing to note is that we can take the line at any inclination from the x-axis or the y-axis, or we can also take a line in a pure x-axis. You can see a dash in a yellow square, which signifies that the line is purely on the x-axis. It is purely horizontal, and when I put the cursor upwards, you are seeing an I shape in a yellow square, which signifies that the line is in a pure y-axis. So first of all, I am drawing a line. This one is a solid line. Now I wanna teach you the other two kind of lines. Second is a center line. This is our center line. The main purpose of using center line is to have a construction geometry of the sketch. For example, we don't want to put the line, but we have to measure the dimensions. We have to give a construction kind of thing. So we do use the the construction line, the center line. The main difference between the solid line and the construction line is that when we apply a 3D operation on the sketch, the 3D operation only recognizes the solid line or the midpoint line, the third one, not this dotted line. Whenever you see any entity with this kind of a dotted profile, it is clear that the 3D operation will not recognize this line. So this is our center line, and third is our midpoint line. I am taking it from the origin. It starts from its mid, and we can drag it in any direction. The basic utility of this midpoint line is that we can draw a line of any length while placing its midpoint on a particular point. This is our midpoint line. So to draw our part, we need a 250 mm long line, this one. So I'm deleting these lines. You can just click on the line and press the delete button of your keyboard. The line will delete. So I will be using a midpoint line. I'm taking the midpoint, dragging the cursor in a vertical direction. I have clicked. Now I have generated a line. Now the dimensions of the line are just arbitrary. They are not fixed. To get a fixed dimension of the line, I'm going to use smart dimension. Just click over here, and then there are two options. Either you can click the ends, this end and this end, and the dimension of the line is generated. Now I'm clicking the left button of my mouse. As soon as I click my left button of my mouse, the window opens. Here I can edit the dimension of the line. So this one was 250 mm. I've taken 250 mm. Now next is the next method is, and the mostly used method is, you can just click on the line. As soon as I dragged my cursor on the line, it becomes orange color. So I have as soon as I click over the line, the profile is generated. The dimension is generated, and now I can change it to any value. But actually this was 250, so I'm taking it 250. Now the most important thing to note here is whenever we want to end up a command, suppose we use the line command, now we are using the smart dimension command, we will use the escape button of our keyboard. It is on the top left corner of the keyboard. I'm just pressing the escape, and you see the command has finished, has completed. And my advice is to as soon as you draw any entity, any line, any circle, or anything else, you go on putting the dimensions on it, because in the beginning, if you put the dimensions, the value will be fixed, and the entity will not change. When we take another entity, another dimension, it will remain same. It won't change. It will be fixed. If you don't take the dimensions in the beginning, the shape of the entity may change, and it may render the sketch invalid. So this one was the first line, and now I have to see the second line. This one was 150, but before that I have to see how much far that was. It is 160 125. This angle is 60 degree. Okay, this distance has not been given, but this will be automatically set up, got set up, and we will continue with the inclined lines. This one is 60 degree, this one also is 60 degree, and now we can go with that. I'm taking a line, this line, and then this line. Now I'm using the smart dimension to generate the angle of the line. To generate the angle of the line, first click on the first line and then click on the second line. The angle is generated. When as soon as I clicked, it opened the window and I can change the angle to 60 degree. Same I can do with the second line. Oh, oops. Now I have entered the escape button and the command has elapsed. Now this angle is fixed. This line, and the length of this line is fixed. The length of this line is fixed. So what we will to do is we will take another line here. This one. Now we will be using another command, trim entities. First one of the trim entities is the power trim. This trims the unnecessary parts. Here you can see I'm clicking the left button of my mouse, and a sort of line, a virtual line is generated. As soon as I pass through this line, it cuts down the unnecessary part of the line. Same I can do with this line, and same I can do with these two lines. That's it. Then I finish the command line, trim line, trim entity command. Now I can put the smart dimension here. This is 128. I can do it 150. So the whole area is fixed. The whole setup is fixed. This dimension. Now if I will try to take this dimension, this is 100. But now as soon as I take the dimension, a window prompts up which says that this will over define the sketch. What that means? That means if I take another dimension of the any entity, that will interfere with the other dimensions. This diagram is already fixed. I can't change any other dimension in this. Suppose if I want to change this dimension, this will not be possible. This is pure 100 mm, and this can't be changed. So this has to be kept in mind, that whenever I have taken all the lines, all the dimensions of the entities of the drawing, I should not take any other line. Suppose if I take this line and the whole sketch has gone into yellow, this means the sketch is over defined. So I'm cancelling it. Now let me once again show you. This was our first line. I'm deleting its dimensions. As soon as I deleted its dimensions, some lines have turned into blue. Why? Because these lines, the dimensions of these lines can be changed. For example, I'm taking this line. This is 100, but I can change this to 150. This will change the diagram, but I am restoring it. I'm using Ctrl Z to restore the previous value. So I'm taking this original dimension. Now I have taken this 100 as dimension. Now if I will use if I will pick up this dimension, then it will be dependent on the other dimensions. I'm deleting it, and I'm deleting this as well. Now again I'm taking this this dimension. Now the diagram is fixed. The entities of the diagram are fixed. Now the next thing is, there is a line 20 degree away from this 250 mm long line, this one and this one. So I can take another line, one line here. Not please note another yet another thing. As soon as I keep the line in front of this line, this can pick up the very notation, the very orientation of the previous line. You can see that is dotted one. So I'm taking these two lines. They are absolutely collinear. I'll have to take it as 20 degree 20 mm. This one has also changed. If I take this, it will be an over-defined dimension. So I'm cancelling it. But it is not necessary that every time this will alter according to this one. This may or may not alter. So anyhow, this one has a a distance of 20 mm from the baseline. Now the next thing in the sketch is, the length of these two lines are 60 mm each. So I'm taking a sketch 63, I'm making it 60 mm. Same I'm making with the second line, 60 mm. Now when I proceed further, this one is 60 mm, this one is 60 mm, and this one too is 60 mm. It means it is a equilateral triangle. All the sides of the triangle are equal, and for an equilateral triangle, the internal angles are also, all of them are 60 degree each. So I can draw a line here, and then I can complete the line here, and now then again I can start the line. To start the previous command again, we can use enter. I'm just pressing the enter on my keyboard. The previous command has started. Same for this line, this one, and then this one. Now escape button I have pressed, and the lines have the command has finished. So now either I can take it 60 and this one also 60, or I can number one, or the second method is I can take this angle as 60 degree. So now this has turned into 60. Anyhow, I am taking just the dimension of the line as 60 mm. Same I am doing with the second line, the lines of the second triangle, this one and this one also 60 mm. Now the triangle in itself is fixed, but the position of the triangle is not fixed. In x-axis it is 20 mm away from the main line or the origin, but in y-axis it should be at a distance from this point, means this point should be at a fixed distance from this point. So we will have to fix that point. We will have to see how much far it is away from that point. It is from this point is 40 mm away. So I am taking the smart dimension. I have clicked this point and then I have clicked this point. Now there can be various dimensions that can be generated from this by clicking on these 2 points. Number one is shortest distance between these 2 points. This is that one, and if I drag the mouse in a horizontal direction, I can draw the vertical vertical difference between these 2 points. This one is and this one, and if I drag the mouse in vertical direction, I can define the horizontal difference between these 2 points. This one is already defined 20 mm. We'll have to make it as a vertical difference between these 2 lines. So now as I have clicked on there, the window has popped up and I can change it to 40. This one is now fixed. All the lines of this triangle are in black color. That means the triangle is fixed now. And now I'm taking the same procedure for the second triangle as well. I'm clicking here, now clicking here, dragging it in horizontal direction. I can generate the vertical distance between these 2 points. This is 40 and this one is also fixed. Now we have a third triangle as well. This third triangle is starting from the midpoint, and it is the same kind of triangle as these 2 ones. So to generate the triangle, the tip of the triangle, I can use a center line. Here you can see what is the use of a center line. I have made a center line. Now from any entity for any line, there are 3 things that are visible that can be used for the next sketch entity. So here I have drawn a center line. From here, from this center line or any kind of line, I can use its 3 points to its both ends and its midpoint. So I'm using its midpoint. This one is a midpoint, and now I can go this side. Now this one has as you see a dotted line. This one has taken the horizontal direction, the horizontal distance of this point. This one has picked up from that point. I'm clicking here and also I'm clicking here. This is going a vertical line, and I'm clicking here and now here. Now this one is 60 mm. This one is also 60 mm. This one is also 60 mm. This is already 60 mm. Why? Because we have taken as a reference point from this point. So the entity, the triangle is fixed, and this one is already 60 mm. So now our triangle is the whole part is complete from this side. We can use the scroll button of our mouse. We can press the scroll button of our mouse to rotate the figure or the model. So our sketch is complete. Now we will be using the features. These are 3D features. The first feature that we will be using on this on this sketch is extruded boss. As soon as we clicked on the extruded boss, we can see that the line has the sketch has changed into a 3D entity. So now there are many kind of options that we can use in extrude. In the beginning we are just using it as it is, and we have to see how much is the thickness of this line of this 3D model of this part. This is 20 mm. I've just taken this that as 20 mm. Now I have made it as OK. So a part has generated. This is one of the simplest part that we have generated in our SolidWorks. Thanks for watching.